Okay, I'm continuing my journey with Elder Scrolls Online. And actually, this is collection. There was Black Friday sales, and I suddenly noticed that this was actually collection version. And collection is a little bit special because it usually contains all those previous chapters or actually expansions. So this Elder Scrolls Blackwood, it contains Morrowind's Somerset elsewhere and also Blackwood. So it contains actually very many expansions or chapters, and the price was very nice as a Black Friday. And then I noticed just before logging in there was still option to upgrade to the newest Necrom verse chapter, and because there is now actually PlayStation Black Friday sales, this Necron expansion is also on sale. And if we look about here, you can see that Elder Scrolls Store always have these kind of special features what they are selling. If you have certain amount of crowns, then you can buy different things. And okay, there is daily rewards. And okay, it's always good to get your daily rewards. One thing which you always need to remember, that if you go to this main menu, then you need to remember to go different window and get your reward. Okay, let's exit. And now it's a little bit remembering. And okay, I check. Okay, here by pressing options button you can scroll through different things. And I checked journal, so one way to remember what you were doing. Unexpected adversary. The last surviving members of Imperial Elder Council in Blackwood have sought refuge in Leaving Castle. I need to determine the true nature of the threat posed by the Dark Brotherhood and how it relates to Leaving's secret. The letter I found indicates that the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary is somewhere inside Bloodrun Cave. I should meet Everly so we can renew our investigation. I think this would be very nice. You can check it on a map. I just look what else do I have. Then there was giving up the coast. Rosa Devenani Dunman Mage needs help with an equipment he is performing in the ruins of Feyond. Making a racket. The owners of Happy Aventure Shipping Company, Julius and Skipper Averno, ask for my help dealing with the gang in Blackwood called the Fangfurls. Julius wants me to steal a business. Okay. I think this might be very tough. Usually these kind of missions requires very lot of stealth. Relics and rumblings. Amalia Vorsatoln asked me to help her recover relics that belonged to Minotaur hunter named Paivalon the Magnificent from the partially flooded depths of Undertow Common. Goblins and Minotaurs infest the caves. Amalia told me I'll find Valenon's relics within Undertow Common. I need to venture into the cave. Okay, so there seems to be many things. Then I have, it seems that I also have these special job request. But I think this would be nice. I think this is kind of main story probably. And I check where is this location. Set active. Okay, now we have it as a main active quest. And then I think it would be very nice to check. Filleting fish provide you with provisional ingredients after you fillet them. You can use these provisional ingredients to craft food and drinks. Press X to fillet fish in your inventory one by one. Additionally, you may fillet multiple fish all at once by visiting provisioning station. There are slottable items. Okay, let's go. What 10 collections? Artery stories. Upgrade. I just look, what is this upgrade? Arcanist. Okay, now because I also bought the newest expansion or chapter, I also have a necromancer. Then warden. So I also, because I got Blackwood collection, I got also other jobs also. There is something new. Grand Gold Coast experience scrolls. You gain 150% experience points bonus from all sources 1 hour. Okay, I think I use this one. It's very cool in the very beginning. Okay, let's look what do we have here.
I erect a spine of welcome to you. I hope you enjoy your time in Gideon. It is a fine place to be. How may I help you today, traveler?
Okay, how much we have? We have 2,609 gold coins. Lead antique map of Blackwood. This allows you to scribe for the antique map of Blackwood antiquity. This antiquity can be found in Blackwood. Requires the Blackwood Pathfinder achievement. Okay, so we need to buy first Pathfinder achievement because we need to obtain that one first before we can even use it. Then we have different potions. Common repair kit. Okay, there are, I think Lockpicks are always nice. Or was it the repair? Repair all. I choose this also. Repair all your damage. Yes. Well, and so we can repair our items. Then let's little bit examine what do we have here. Let's see if we can cook anything. Provision filleting. Collect any non-trophy fish, such as slaughter fish and click on tenders and tend to fillet slot. Press X to fillet. Or was it square? Ah, okay, but there is really X. Do this. Let's try common fish. And then, okay, let's try fillet this. Okay, let's do achievement unlock apprentice fish cleaner. Nice. And our provision is 3 now. Okay. Let's see, can we do anything else? Creation. So fillet was a totally different thing. We need flours to make rapid pasty. Then there is roast pig, pumpkins, cheesecake. Okay, so we need still flour. But if everything goes for stealing, maybe I just examine what else can we. I cannot talk. Okay, maybe I check upstairs. Anything here? And it seems that you Talon. Can we talk? No, cannot. I check one thing. Yeah, there really were two different people that we couldn't even talk. If you look about this, I cannot talk to her, so there is no talk option available. And okay, let's go outside.
I love experimenting with new stringed instruments, adjusting the depth of the sound hole, the material of the body. Even the length of the neck can lead to miraculously different results. Okay, here is our pod. The
Traveler's Guide to Gideon. Aha, and I can examine it. Let's check what there is in this. Depending on whom you ask, Gideon is either the easternmost city of Blackwood or the westernmost city of Blackmoss, an island of culture and civilization amid the swampland. Nearly half its population consists of Imperial Arconians. Okay, so Arconians are the lot of here. Few travelers follow the Blackwood road all the way to its end, but those who business take them to Blackmoss, hunters, lockers, dealers in herbs, and trappers of exotic creatures make Gideon their base of operation. Sleepy frontier garrison town throughout most of its history, Gideon briefly rose to prominence in the early years of Second Empire. Emperor Roman II marshaled great resources to the task of incorporating Arconia into his realm. Powerful legions marched to the empire's southeastern frontier, building roads and fortifications from which to conduct the emperor's campaign. A wave of Nabonese settlers followed in the wake. After many setbacks and difficulties in Blackwater War, the Emperor Turiman succeeded in establishing permanent imperial presence in the regions. But the day the Emperor's attention wandered away from Blackmoss, Gideon decline began. The fortress guarding dangerous frontier rallied to a forgotten backwater. Gideon's defenses fell into disrepair, and many homesteaders drawn to the area by imperial grants left in the search of easier land to settle. Today Gideon remains ringed by marshes and the centuries old ruins of legion, barrack buildings, chapels, and armories. Blackwood Road approaches the city along the high ground to the southwest of the main gate. So okay, there are barracks and armories, providing an excellent view of the wetlands and crumbling fortification. Within walls, a broad avenue leads from the gate to a Governor Mansion. Governor Mansion, almost Gideon's homes and businesses can be found along this one street simply because it represents the only stretch of dry ground in what's left of the city. And next page, Governor, a little traditional conferred upon leading noble of the Western Blackwood. In recent years, this has usually been member of House Fantasia or House Martius. Both families own wide estates in the borderlands of Blackmoss. Since the Lord Ertus Fantasia currently serves on Elder Council in Groril, the duties of Imperial Governor now rest in the hands of Lord Marnon Martius. Okay, now food, drink and lodging. Close by Gideon's western gate stands the Egg and Hammer. Okay, so one place to get food. A rustic inn that offers better accommodation than one might otherwise expect from frontier town in swamp. However, the board of fare may not suit travelers of delicate sensibilities. The Egg and Hammer employs several Arconian among its kitchen staff. Arconian foodstuffs are an acquired taste, but most of Gideon's Arconians are accustomed to living with men and elves and have learned what sort of swamp where other people can stomach. Local landmark. Gideon was once a powerful fortress, but those days are long gone. The walls are in poor repair and most of the watchtowers are unsafe to enter. Boggy patches await the unwary traveler just a short distance from Blackwood Way, the main thoroughfare of the town. So there is Temple of Dipella, is only shrine of note that remains in the city. Gideon may seem an odd place to find devotees of the Lady of Love, but there is reason Dipella's worship survived here on the borders of Blackmoss. The Courtringal people, the so-called lustrous folk of Blackmoss, held great reverence for Dipella and regarded her as her special patron. While Courtringal no longer roam these lands. Gideon's imperial citizens show their devotion to Dipella. The temple itself was once the town manor of Lady Dorsia Martius, a wealthy aristocrat and devotee of the Lady of Law, who had her home to Dipella's priest upon her death 40 years ago. So okay, there is temple. The governor mansion is rarely used as an actual residence, since Gideon's imperial governors usually own larger and more comfortable estates nearby. So there is mansion also here. However, it serves as the seal of government and the administrative center of the city. The mansion's collections of paintings by local artists is worth a visit. The historic ruins of Castle Giovesse lie just short distance north of Gideon. So to the north. The castle is of course now infamous as the place where Emperor Reman III imprisoned his wife, the Empress Tavia. In the closing years of the First Era, the castle grounds were far from uncomfortable, but a gilded cage is still a cage, and the Empress spent all of her formidable ambitions and intellect devoted the goal of removing her estranged husband from the throne to that she could return from her exile. Interesting facts: the marshes around Gideon are home to large numbers of dead hoppers, large carnivorous frog native to the western portions of Black Marsh. Lunia Valko and her Imperial Legion during the closing years of Blackwood, the war of the campaign to subdue Arcania. An observant visitor may notice old arches and walls of strange stoneworks in several places, including the plaza by the Covenant's mansions and desert district in the southeastern corner of the city. These are the ruins of an island city that once stood on the spot. There is some historical ruins in this very city. Travel safely. Rural Gideon is only shadow of the proud garrison town it once was, but there was sad splendor to be found within its sinking force. So a little bit background to this town. So there is mansion, there is an inn. Let's look, check what was this. There is one house. What about this place here? Okay, let's check Temple of Dipella. This was from the book. Can we see ourselves from mirror? No. We are probably Dracula. It seems that those Argonians, they don't want to talk with us. Sometimes I wonder, in some games there is some kind of reputation or diplomacy that you need to get fame before you can talk to the certain people. Tribes of Blackwood, Gideon and Border by Emanuel Honnet, the Fairies of Society of Forest. Maybe I read only these first 2 pages. After long and perilous excursion of Murkmire, I thought it's best to return home to High Rock for some well-deserved rest, but it seems the 8 had other plans. Sales of my first book, The Tribes of Murkmire, far exceeded expectation. Happy dilemma from researcher. So to fulfill the newfound demand, I bid my caravan farewell at the Transnipen and set east toward Gideon. For those readers who have never been there, Gideon is paradoxal mixture of countless cultures, a confusing mismatch of island. Okay, there is again mentioning about island architecture, imperial history, Gothric folklore and Arconian tradition. Despite its rich cosmos, metropolitan history. Present-day Gideon is people most by Argonians and like cousins to the sound. And I go a little bit just faster the auto. Okay, we and I checked there are a couple of books. Song of Pelinal on his battle with Omani and his dismember. This tells about one extraordinary excellent fighter named Pelinal. And I think we still have fun bookshelf. End of journey. This sounds like totally new book. I read only a couple of pages. It was during the time of great despair, when Saint Velot and his people reached the land of rain. For untold weeks they had climbed mighty ranges of mountain under Velot's leadership. Many among the Simmer considered this path to be folly, but they were driven by Velot's unyielding certainty and commitment. They came upon the great pass, a deep scar in the mountain, covered in ice and snow. Velot drove them onward, chasing a vision that had come him in a dream. He claimed to see a great hawk in the sky. He vowed that his hawk would lead the Simmer to a new home. They rushed through the pass, but after time the Simmer could go no farther. Great wall of ice blocked their way. Then powerful voice boomed from the mountains. Who are you, and why have you come to this place? We are people without a home, replied Velot to the mountain. Young woman stepped out of the wall of ice. And who are you? asked Velot. I am Simmer's friend. I have come to lead you to home. If you are willing to accept my challenge, I demand sacrifice of you, Velot. Swear an oath that will make you better, Mayor. Velot hoisted his mighty hammer and proclaimed, Never again shall I wield this tool or any other to slay a foe. I had given my heart to my people, but now I shall give them more. I shall dedicate my life and my soul to them. The woman turned and faced at the wall of ice. It melted away in moments. Beyond lay an alien land of fungus and ash. She began to walk toward the Simmer fallout. Velot spoke to his people. We are home, he declared. This is anvil upon which we shall forge a new people. One journey ends here, but another journey begins. Okay, so there were books and so this was Temple of Dipella. Usually some are like guilds, but it seems that we don't have enough reputation. So we seem to get silent. Welcome. She did develop priest, but okay, one more. The Feast of Saint Colicia. I must first bid you welcome, dear reader. Whether it was idle curiosity or burning thirst of your culinary prose that guided you to these pages, I don't know, but as you are here all the same, I'm eager to include this further context and backgrounds to what is surely one of the most famous mid-second era culinary text of southeastern Niben watershed. Or certainly the Feast of Saint Colicia numbers among the top 25 most familiar culinary texts of this particular era, in this particular region, perhaps even the top 14. For readers hailing from beyond the Empire's heartland, or who don't keep the light of divines as their fate, I shall endeavor to orient you the volumes to follow the detailed extravagant feast held during the reign of Emperor Bajador. I guess there will be cooking. And okay, this is story about great festivities, cooking even. Okay, there is even third floor. Okay, there is backpack, but it goes to the ceiling. It might be that there are even two different books. Transnippen Delicacies by First Mate Snacked, the Peak's second fastest treasure hauler on the Nippen River. Any person who wonders at a member of my less than legitimate profession for the writing of book of recipes should board a ship and sail in the open ocean. The moment they encounter their first day of doldrums, all such questions shall be answered. Given my current windless predicament, I have taken it upon myself to recover every good meal I have eaten since the beginning of my long career in piracy. I shall start with one of my favorites. When I was but a young man, early in my travels, and with my boots still stiff and dry, I produced this receipt from an Arconian fisherfolk in a backwater inlet on the south side of the river. The fisherfolk thought to secure some small amount of funds from me, so it seems to be cooking. Gravy salad. And what about here? Xarx and Ogma. I'm to be married, she say aloud. Xarxes, is this what I want, or just what I must do? He rose from her book in silence, measuring her word. Marriage joins two as one, he said. He wrote in the dirt with the dark oak staff, creating a river. This is one, Xarxes said. He wrote again. The terrain changed, splitting the river in two as it flowed over a nearly formed cliff. He stepped to its edge and beckoned to her. Two becomes one, he said softly in her ear, pointing over the edge at the twin walls, joining together in a pool below. Should I marry then? One can travel quite far alone or together. Which do you prefer? So it seems that it goes to the stealing if you try to take something. Let go of souls. But maybe I leave this. Okay, I go. There was no I think when I first visited Skyrim, and in Skyrim I remember Temple of Dipella, then probably this room reminds me more of Skyrim. Let's see, okay, over here we have leg and hammer in. I just check. It might be that I have already been in. Okay, I have already. I started from that location. So what do we have here? Okay, maybe I check those places. Should pass house. What do we have here? Gideon Courthouse. And let's just visit. Okay, Legionnaire, but cannot talk. Lot of bookshelves. Songs of Perinal. And I think I have already read this one. And okay, I already read also this one. Oh, let's look. Threat of Pandari Pedalas by Julard, High Priest of Satglam. This week of faithful ones, my sermon is not homely or parable, but warning to all true regards to be fair. False of devilish cat people, those thieves and heretics who infest in the field outside our gates and call themselves Pandari peddlers. Long have been known that these itinerant peace people use the mask of merchant to hide their true trades of theft, fraud and chicanery. Why then do the magistrates continue all attempt to set up camp before the gates of our own towns? Why are they not driven from our lands and never allowed to return? Clearly other powers are at work here, individual powers of sacrifice and evil. How else to explain the folly of those who patronize these creatures and blindness of those in authority who tolerate the open thundering and vice? But how do you know this, O Sular? You may ask. How has truth been revealed unto you? And I ask you, what do we say when someone sneezes? We say, "What Bakka bless you." Do we not? And why do we say this? Because, as an ancient writing tells us, the sneeze is a sign of presence of evil spirit, and what happens to many of the faithful, myself very much included, in the presence of one of these cat people. We sneeze our very ice water, and we sneeze again. Here I say hearken to the warning of Valhalla. These Pandarian are evil spirits incarnate. Pure they company avoid they can, suffer not the tainted fears to be brought into your abode. Can we cook? No cooking possibility. Okay, this I read already. Okay, this is a different volume of Perinal. I just scroll this little by little. Aha, there is downstairs. And I think it might be even that in previous episodes there are parts. I remember that some prisoner escaped from that place. Pirates of Topal Bay. I just browse. Okay, this tells about great festivities. I just check. Was there anything? Those controls again. Okay, here is a quick guide. All those controls. Attack. Ability. Ability 1, ability 2, ability 3. Interact jump. Crouch, sprint, weapon swap, use quick slot, okay, up, charge chat. And I think Sword of Shock. me and had maple restoration stuff. Here is go to the city. Okay, let's I thought that Ghostwriter quest is actually very near. Completed, go to the city gardens.
Alright, this is the place where people see the spirit. Go on and try out the lantern. So, here we are, the city gardens. Now, I guess it's time to rouse the spirits, eh? I'm ready. Are you ready? If you're not, we can wait a while. In fact, maybe we should come back tomorrow. Start fresh, you know? Nervous? Just look at me. I'm steady as a leaf. Steady as a rock, I mean. Even so, I prefer that you be the one to use the lantern. It's these damn Red Guard taboos. Undead spirits and creatures will really put us off our appetite.
You are sure you want to contact this ghost then?
Yes, absolutely. No one ever said writing the world's greatest romance novel would be easy. Goosebumps or no, I'm going to unravel this tale and put it to good use. Now then, let's get on with it before I lose my nerve.
Okay, we are going to test the lantern.
Perhaps there, near that overturned slab? Go on. Let's see if this...
Okay, we need to go here. Then we need to use lantern.
Who intrudes upon my grief? Giovesse is lost. My son is lost. All that remains is sorrow.
Tava's feathers! I was right! Alright, you talk, I'll take notes.
You can see me? It matters little. The miseries of Castle Giovesse bind me here. Bind all of us here. We are cursed. Our gardens wither. Our once great walls crumble. And my gentle son feels nothing but heartache.
Why you what brought this curse on the castle?
I am Duchess Estella of Castle Giovesse. As for the curse, it is the work of a vile trollop named Alicinda. Arcane scorn her soul. My darling boy, Mathen was infatuated with her. And how did she repay his affection? By murdering him in cold blood.
Why did Alexander kill your son?
I cannot bear to speak of it anymore. My poor Mathen. I sense his presence sometimes. He's bound to the place where he died. An old cottage northeast of Giovesse. Place where he and Alicinda twisted.
Alright, I'll go to the cottage and speak with your son, Mathen.
Help him. Help my son. Succeed where his mother failed.
Nobody. Okay, over here.
It worked! I told you it would work! Tall Papa's breeches, what a tale! A ghostly duchess, lusty young nobles, betrayal and murder. This story's got it all. Is it getting hot out here or is it just me?
That says her son Matthew was cursed.
Yes, tied to a cottage nearby. I can almost picture it. Rustic, secluded, tousled quilt, embers smoldering on the hearth. Gives me the prickles. Almost makes you forget someone likely died there. Something she said does trouble me a bit.
What's that?
The Duchess said the lover's name was Alizinda. That was my great-great-grandmother's name. It can't be a coincidence, can it? She lived in Gideon for a time before moving back to Alakir. Do you think my ancestor murdered Matthew?
There's only one way to find out. Let's go to talk Matthew. So okay, now we need to find the cottage. But I think I changed the quest. Let's change the current quest to Revenue's Devon Dunban mates needs your help with the it was not this one. Not this one. Not this one. It must be this Ghostwriter of Giovesse. And okay. Current. Select. Okay, now we have changed the quest. We need to we need to first leave this town. There is something. Okay, let's see where we need to. We can of course walk a little bit here and then go. Maybe I check what is this location here. Bird. Ah, you saw a wicked. Is there something? Aha, there is even still other enemies. Seven gold. Dragonfly. Maybe I need to check. Maybe a little bit this way. Okay, now it seems better. Aha, there is some kind of cottage. Okay, we found it.
Not all that romantic, is it? Let's look around.
Aha, there are. We need to go inside. Always collecting something. Okay, this is again those attack. It's all odd, they are always don't react, but when you go near. What is there? Scraps, rawhide scraps. What do we have here? Tarnished ring of Mara. Despite years of exposure to the elements, this delicate band remains quite lovely. Okay, here is something, but I think Alinsra. Okay, this is also Churna. Oh, he says it so sweetly, Alexander, you are my moonlit night, my daytime want of the sun, but it's just the way of noble might to speak to her mistress. I sometimes fear that Martin sees me as nothing more than a spring dalliance. I know that I can't measure up to the Nibens ladies whose whom his approach. I know I have a little to offer, but even so, I feel love for him that's warmer than the Arctic desert at high sun. I hope he knows that. Mid-year 8. He loves me. Tell Papa's breeches. What did I do to deserve such a man? He told me I've read it vain. He says his heart belongs to me and me alone. Even spoke of marriage. Can you imagine? All my dreams are coming true. Mid-year 16th. I was such a fool. Love. It's a cruel joke. Oh, Martin's talk of marriage and travel were nothing but lies. Honeyed words that let him indulge in rebellious frivolities. The other women tell me he proposed to someone else, the heir to northern province, who has not yet arrived. I'm sure the Duchess is very proud. Well, I won't be made a fool of. Not anymore. Mediated. All is prepared. Martin plans to meet at the cottage tonight. It has to be tonight. Every night my anger grows dimmer and sadness takes its place. He broke my heart. He used me. If I don't make him pay now, I never will. Damn you, Matthew. Damn you for making me hurt the one I love. Aha, now we need to talk.
Nothing but creaky floorboards and old weeds for me. I knew I should have brought my spectacles. What did you find? May I? Her anguish just jumps off the page, doesn't it? So, Mathen intended to marry someone else and Alazinda killed him in a fit of passion. Can you imagine loving someone so deeply that you end up murdering them? God, that's romantic. Sort of.
Do you think the ring belonged to her as well?
It's a ring of Mara, the sort of ring used in a pledge of marriage. Mathen might have intended to give it to this mysterious fiancé or... I'll hang on to the ring. Let's use the lantern. Maybe Mathen can shed some light on this.
Alright, I'll light the lantern and call out Martin's ghost. But I think there was something. I'll check this one. This is of course probably totally different book, but seems to be also a very special book. The Rites of Maturity Part 3. Our third and final trial on the way to complete our rites of maturity was the trial of Stalking Hawkwing. In some ways this was the most danger of the rites we had to participate in earned place in adult society. Each of us was placed in a cage with a single huge hackwing. The predatory bird was vicious creature, strong and confident, every bit as capable a hunter as any of us, and it had the ability to fly. We had to allow the giant bird to attack us and draw blood. If we knew what we were doing, we let it strike so as to bloody us but not incapacitate us. Then the hackwing was released. Our goal, catch and kill the hackwing that marked us before it could do the same to us. Was Huruk and Chorak each took the break strike to the leg. Both wounds were superficial, drawing blood but not ripping muscle of breaking bone. Divan allowed the hackwing to pierce his left arm, cutting a long but shallow line from his elbow to his shoulder. Guess you miscalculated a leap back and allowed her bird to cut her across the temple, just above her right eye. But I failed his part of the trial completely. I let the hackwing drive its sharp break directly into my chest. The healer said it barely missed my heart. Even so, I was injured too badly to continue, and I would have to wait for another season to complete my rites of maturity. Guess you wanted to check on me, make sure I was going to be alright, till Ranasa wouldn't hear of it, however, and ordered her continue with her trial until either the Blackwing or Hackwing was dead. So with a final glance to make sure the healer was assisting me, Guess wiped blood out of her eyes and ran into wilderness. And as was traditional, she had no weapon or armor, just her body and her wits. It was time for the hunter to survive the hunt. Have you ever been stalked by a hungry hackwing? The experience can be disconcerting and more than a little frightening. Often you only hear beating of wings and the rush of an air hole overhead. Sometimes you notice a shadow pass by. Rarely you can catch the brief glimpse of wing of talon. and if you show the slightest weakness, the Hackwing dives and attempts to wound you. Then it simply waits and follows until you collapse from loss of blood. In the case of the right, we were already blooded by the hunting birds. They were going to come after us, one way or another. The trick was going to be anticipating the attack and countering it with an attack of our own. I keep saying our, but I realize I was effectively out of the test. I was injured and weak and barely conscious for most of the remaining portion of the trial, or learning what happened later after I was healed and the rites were concluded for the season. Kessel led the Hackwing into portion of the Mars, and open sky was at a premium. She wanted to use the tree trunks, a lead canopy, to her advantage, cutting off all but the most direct paths between the Hackwing and her present location. She moved deeper into the trees, flattening out the approach so that when the Hackwing finally attacked, it would have to come to her, or not above, from horizontal direction at or more or less ground level. As Kessu waited for her predator and her prey, she broke sturdy branch from one of the trees at a steep angle, creating a makeshift spear with ragged yet pointed edge. She braced the spear and her back against the tree trunk behind her and positioned the point so she could raise it quickly when the Hackwing appeared. She didn't have to wait long. Think that its prey had finally succumbed to blood loss and stopped to die within the cluster of the trees. The Hackwing swooped down and flew toward Kessu along the exact path she had planned. At the very last moment, Kessu angled the spear up and let the Hackwing speed and tried to do all the work. Her hunt was over. Kessu was victorious. She had completed her rites of maturity and was ready to take her place as an adult member of the community, and the first thing she did was rush back to make sure I was still alive. So I remember that this was part of the story where Kessu is one of those main characters.
Who's there? Alicinda, my love. Is it you?
So this is Nathan? Gracious. Grandmother Alicinda clearly knew how to pick them.
This light, it offers some respite from my sorrows. You have my thanks. I am Nathan Gallerus, heir to the Duchy of Giovesse. What brings you to this place?
Your mother, Duchess Estella, asked us to speak to you. She says you are both victims of a curse.
Curse? Is heartache not curse enough? My great love, Alicinda, poisoned me on the very night I meant to propose to her. Someone deceived her. Told her I meant to marry another. She killed me, yes. But it was an act of jealous grief, not witchcraft.
So if Alicinda didn't lay a curse on you, why are you and your mother still here?
I do not know. I've learned that certain objects hold a grip on the soul. Things we treasure in life. In my darkest moments, I sometimes feel drawn to the chapel where they laid my body to rest. I see harsh light glinting off my golden armor.
Do you think this golden armor could be what's keeping you here?
Maybe. These long, grey years make it difficult to think. Seek out the chapel. You will find it to the west, amidst the ruins of the castle. If my armor keeps me in this sorry state, I beg you to find it. Without love, there is nothing for me here.
Alright, we go to the chapel and look for your armor. So it's time to...
Forgive my impertinence, but you are the very image of my lost love,
Alizinda. How could this be?
Oh my goodness. I believe I'm her descendant, brave Sir Duke, Baron, whatever. My name's Ysara, by the way. What were we talking about again?
You share her spirit, Lady Ysara. At last, fate grants me a kindness.
We must help him. That poor soul. Sweet Mora's left tit! What was that all about? Sorry for the language, but... whew, right? Have you ever met a ghost that gorgeous? Gods, I'm sweating right through this blouse. We should head to the Giovesse chapel and look for Mathin's armor. Not yet. I've heard some nasty rumors about howling ghosts that wander the castle grounds, attacking anyone who draws near.
Sounds good.
We have that to look forward to. Maybe we'll find someone else worth talking to. Hard to say.
Duchess Astella and Martin seemed peaceful enough.
Well, the lantern draws in spirits that yearn for connection. At least that's what the nice orc who sold it to me said. The ghosts that wander around Giovesse definitely aren't interested in talking.
Can we choose who to summon with the lantern?
I don't think so. We're basically offering the stage to any spirit who has something to say. There's no telling who might answer. I'd say it's worked out well so far.
Okay, it seems that the Nauka starts the tougher parts. So, where is our next destination? Oh, it seems that it's this little thing here.
I'll catch up to you at the chapel, alright? I need to jot down some notes.
What is happening? Aha, okay. It was so small attacking target. Always fishing makes you master. I feel how it grabs. A little bit. Okay, we got something. I think I only have 2 pages. Okay, it was too fast. What would be game without fishing? Okay, so let's go. Aha. I still have a room. Are we going to the right direction? There is some kind of... maybe I check this. What is this? Looks like... Interesting. What is this place? Aha, we can also use actually road. Blackwood card, Little bit target practice. Of course, you can always. Sometimes you just need those. And I make a little bit target practice. My ability is increased. You can... I can get ultimate. There is something interesting. Lead Zen Idol. This allows you to scribe for the Zen Idol antiquity. This antiquity can be found in Blackwood. Iron Grease of Magic. Take all if I can. Antique lead acquired. Do we have any better items? At the moment, chest. Okay, only this. Sword. Waist. Hands. Legs. Legs, we have something new. 200 to 65. Okay, this is even better, but increases Titan's armor value. Spell and physicals goes down. It's always interesting. This gives me more magic. Spell, weapon. Only a little bit more armor. So maybe I still. But I feel there was something about skills and ultimatum. RL2, R2. Okay, we have Rust Ceremony. Peek on your inner light, healing. Okay, this is healing. Sunfire. Blast enemy with charge. Okay, this is attack. regeneration or from circle you can get the regeneration. Solar flare L1. Soul trap L1. But there is nothing here. We can assign something at least. Restoring light. Restoration staff. Medium armor. Heavy armor. Negative damage. Soul magic. Fighter skilled, match, pattern skills. Still maybe good thing to check character. Okay, still going. Aha, there was again. I put a little bit attack spell. And there was something with the L1, but I don't have anything there. Fight. Regeneration can now be moved. Solar flare can now be moved. Maybe I just check skills. Here is a Dawn's Rod. Solar Flare 4. Okay, these two has been assigned. Ultima abilities Nova. Purchase 1 skill point. But we don't have no skill points yet. So it will be for a little bit later. Ah, there is Fred. Restoring life increasing. No more. Hold L2 to block. Okay, there seems to be a lot of enemies here. Almost in every direction. Oh, there were 3 came. Too much, I think, for fun. Rawhide helm of stamina. We got Fighter's Guild experience. I guess we need to go here. Church the Chapel.
Well, here we are, and not a scrap of golden armor in sight. Let's have a look around. Call out if you see anything. I don't know about you, but I can't bear the idea of disappointing Method. He's got it hard enough already.
Okay, we needed to find armor. That was the idea. There's unfinished letter to High Priest Pronopius Herbin. I know that you have by now heard that the only son of the Duchy of Giovesse was cruelly murdered by a spore lover, the woman who is suspected of the foul deed. Your red guard seems to have fled back to the desert sands from which she hailed. It seems doubtful that she can be brought to justice. Matthew the son is greatly mourned. Like his father before him, he was well liked by all in Giovesse and beyond. He was adored by his mother, though some say she was a bit more controlling than loving. I don't judge, only offered advice or counsel when asked. As you know, I have faithfully served the Clarice family from decades. This position has been without its occasional troubles. The late Duke was a devout man, but his lady wife, Duchess Astella, is perhaps less so. She does of course attend and oversee all the rites and rituals, and someone in her position insists no, but I have always. Thought that perhaps her heart was not in it. However, with the loss of Matthew, I now genuinely question her devotion to the cards and path of light. I wonder if your Grace might consider a visit to Castle Giovesse to take counsel with her Duchess. I don't wish to put the paper of some of the rumors I have heard recently about what she might be doing in her private study, that she has tomes related to the darkest arts, now how she rails and rages about the loss. She clearly cannot pass in the state of acceptance of such a weight.
Call out if you see anything. I don't know about you, but I can't bear the idea of disappointing Method. He's got it hard enough already.
Okay, that paper was not the one. Here is something else. Scrolled incantation. Gaze deep into mother's sorrows and pluck the seeds of fury. Call forth the bitter cause to help light spirits path. Restore life lost by blood with shadows long and twisted. Return what murder took. No price is too dear. Okay, now we found something.
What's that you've got there? Not a golden helm by any chance?
No, some strange lines written out. Have a look.
A magical incantation. The handwriting is different from Alizinda's journal. That means she can't be responsible for the curse. I knew my ancestor wasn't a sorceress. A murderer? Maybe, but not a sorceress. Of course, this all begs the question.
Who really placed the curse on the castle?
Yes, and more importantly, why? The person who cast the spell clearly had an axe to grind. Maybe it was a court wizard or some jilted witch. My novel's less romance and mystery at this point. Let's use the lantern again. Maybe the culprit's here.
Alright. I light the lantern again. Okay, now we need to find good spot for the lantern.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you caring for my boy?
Over here. That is Astella Kalinix.
Did you find my dear Mathen? Can't I trust you to locate a simple cottage?
We found Matthew, but also didn't place the curse on Giovesse. Someone else did.
How is that possible? It had to be Alicinda. When Mathen died, the Duchy's light died with him. That Redguard wench cast us into darkness. If I could just have brought him back, I could have...
Wait, you tried to bring Matthew back from the dead?
Yes. Arcade, forgive me. I wept over his body in this very chapel for 3 days without sleep or nourishment. My grief was ocean deep. He was my only boy. And so I cast a simple spell. I tried to draw him back with promises of glory. I failed.
Tell me about this spell.
I cast the spell over his armor and sword, but...
Okay, this explains.
I wrote everything down. You can find my notes in my private study beneath the eastern wall. If you find his helm, breastplate, and shield too, you might be able to set things right.
Alright, I'll look for your notes and Matthew's armor.
Necromancy? How could she...
You? Oh, I see you well enough, Redguard. You think I don't notice the family resemblance? You stay away from my boy!
Tava's feathers. Bit touchy, isn't she? Let's find these notes. Catching Mathen's eye gave me butterflies, but catching Astella's eye gives me the shivers.
Shivers. Okay, now he talk about something about the wall.
Let's make our way to this private study. Carefully.
I think he talk about the wall, and okay, here is something. Ah, sky shard. These are something you need to always try to find. These are valuable pieces. Okay, I need to find 2 more from this area. Okay, here comes the next attack. Okay, now we need to find different. Maybe I'll clear a little bit places. Ah, there is something. Blackwood coffer. This reward box might contain useful crafting materials, power set items, or even rare epic acquirer. I just look. Can we find something? I check supplies. Okay, Blackwood coffer. Crafting motive. Used to add your lore library. Used to learn how to make Sulxan swords. Nice. Dagger of frostbite. Okay, attack somewhere. Okay, I need to keep moving. Okay, somewhere in this direction. Aha. Oh.
His own mother, toying with dark magic in this very room. What a plot twist!
I check. Did I remember to use? Okay, let's use this one. We will give ability to we learn how to smake. Okay, learn the Sulxan's words crafting style. Collection updated. Okay, so this was actually book. Collection updated. Para Professor Astinia Pingal University. I will now need to point out to my readers that scholars of Arconian culture more comes by the partial. The recent money in our scholarly community exposed a dark secret of the pest race in the swamps has led to such revelation on crunchy bugs and moist pines. An investigation in Castoria practices of Southern Arcanians. However, during a recent sojourn through Blackwood, I encountered a tribe with culture so distinct that I felt compelled to document it. After my entourage graciously cut down several of these Sulxan, I collected the effects. What follows are descriptions of materials and methods of construction which appear unique to this group's words. As with most other Sulxan arms, simply yet deadly is the guiding principle of all sports. The blades are thick steel with a slight curve to encourage steering flesh. The pommels are made of darkened wood and wrapped in a little leather with the signature jade ring on the base. There is something kind of drink. Okay, let's choose. Okay, there is adamant. And here is probably something important. Alchemic bottle. Lot of drinks. There seems to be some kind of alchemy. There is some. I just check what is this. Antiquate lead acquired. Okay, so I got something. Then there was some kind of important item here. Let's look. Church. Flint. Okay, let's take this also. Radius. Okay, for food. There is backpack. Okay, let's examine this one. Soon my beloved Matthew will return, but there is still much to do. The ritual demands that I bury the glass talismans. His armor piece is under clumps of heart pain. The foul poisons of the planet are meant to keep metal spirits at bay. It's just a matter of where to put them. I will plant this cuirass near the well, so his heart is rejuvenated. I must bury his helm near the wall, so that he can see what the danger approaches. His shield will rest near the gate, so protect his castle and his spirit. Lastly, I will place his word in the care of ancestor. There is danger here, but I have to try.
You found something. You found Duchess Estella's notes that quickly? Then grouped guy can rely on your eyes. Can barely see a thing in this place. What do they say?
Apparently the spelling for burying Matthew's armor under clumps of heartstone.
Really? Oh, I think I spotted some on the way across the castle grounds. I knew that herbalism workshop would come in handy someday. If we do manage to find the armor, Be careful pulling it out of the tangle. Heartsbane's quite deadly.
I'll be careful.
I saw a clump of heartsbane on the way here. Come on!
We need to go up.
This way, I think.
Where did I hear it?
There! That's heartsbane, right?
Spade. We found a helm. Matthew's golden helm. Long years of neglected have rendered this helm unusable. Even so, its gold hue and withered etchings are quite beautiful.
You found his helm? We're off to a great start. Unless... Come here a moment. Sorry. I feel like we've assembled most of the clues to this mystery, but I just can't shake the feeling that we're missing something here. Well, Duchess Estella got them into the situation, right? She cast the ugly spell that cursed poor Mathin, and now we're gathering up the items she used to make this mistake in the first place? It can't be that simple. What are we missing?
You think there is more she's not telling us?
Maybe, maybe not. She wasn't a professional necromancer. Maybe she missed something too. Remember what Mathin told us? Certain objects take hold of the soul. If that's the case, isn't it odd that we found them in the cottage instead of the chapel?
We have found the ring of Mara in the cottage. Do you think that might play a role in this?
Only one way to find out. Let's use the lantern again. I'm still carrying the ring. If he followed us here, maybe we're onto something.
Okay, now we need to place a lantern.
Lady Isara, I had not expected to see you again. Why do you summon me? Where are we? It's been so long since I walked the grounds of the castle. I scarcely recognize it. Whatever the place, it is good to speak to someone again, and to see the fair image of my lost love.
Your mother is responsible for the curse. She told us to find your armor, so we can break the spell.
Spell? Some ill-conceived plot to resurrect me, I presume. Mother never could suppress her passion for the occult. Now we both pay the price. But even so, I feel something else now. Some other force that nags at my soul. Something fairer, softer.
We want the ring you plan to give to Alessandra before she murdered you.
My ring of Mara? I had not thought to see it again. I see it clearly now, though. At rest near the heart of the fair Lady Isara. The course is clear, friend. Gather my armor and rid me of the curse. In the meantime, I will bask in Ysara's glow. Lady Ysara, you bear not only Alizinda's ring, but her spirit as well. Had I a heart, it would pound like a drum at the sight of you.
Thank you, Mathin. I'm sorry for what happened to you. My friend and I will fix it, I promise.
Having you beside me is all I need. Come, let me sweep you away. Find my armor and break the curse. Your friend will be safe with me in the meantime.
Oh my! What just happened?
It seems that Ysara was kidnapped, I guess. So, okay, what is our next thing? We need to gather those items. Okay. Okay, restoration increased. Ah, it is over here. Suddenly, digging Martin's golden breastplate, while rotted leather and corroded rivets make this armor unusable, it remains a flawless example of Blackwood smithing.
Nathan, what did you do?
Seems like something is going on. Okay, something here. Coating sealed. The sealed would likely crack on impact, but the crest of Giovesse remains properly in place on the decorative pose. Use the spirit lantern. Okay, now it's time to use lantern.
You summon me again? Did you find the armor? Where is your lecherous friend? Just like her ancestor, ensnaring her betters, meddling in family affairs. Mathen should be thanking me for sparing him the pain.
Mathen abducted her. What did you mean? Spare him the pain.
Mathen truly meant to marry Elisinda, a woman with no pedigree, no means, and no great talent. She was a no one. I couldn't bear the idea of him throwing his future, and that of our duchy, away over some childish romance. So I spread a rumor.
You convinced Alexander that Matthew meant to marry someone else.
I only meant to split them apart. It was for his own good. Typical of low-bred paupers, she overreacted. Mathen died by her hand, not mine. None of this matters. What matters is breaking the curse. I need one last object. The sword of Giovesse.
What is this word?